In the year 2023, the epic of man looked precarious. Technology was now progressing so fast that the miracles it offered were about to all come true. What science fiction dreamed up decades earlier was literally knocking on our door to launch man into the next period of its existence, where flying cars, quantum computing, man living on other planets, and science so fantastic decades earlier was now being incorporated into everyday life, thus making man's life the stuff of dreams. However, on the other side of the coin, where old world problems never really go away, the Middle East conflict, fighting over limited resources, war over disputed land, war because of race over radical religion or lack of it elsewhere, was bringing man ever closer to the precipice of self-implosion. The coin of our existence rolled ever forward for years on its edge, waiting for either side to fall face down, each capable of being so heavy-sided that it would destroy the opposing side of man's existence. On the 23rd day of September, something happened that took the coin we used as the singular reference to our extreme existence and dissolved it. The proof of life that science sought for so long paid us a visit before we discovered a much lesser form of it elsewhere. We had hoped to discover some form of bacteria in our solar system. Now, man had to confront a greater and more powerful life form on terms we did not expect. The swift appearance came in the form of an alien invasion of monstrous proportions. Large spaceships flew into our orbit. They didn't bother with our satellites or the International Space Station. Most of the large ships took up a prearranged order surrounding our planet. When the spaceships' distance became equally spaced apart from one another, an energy field came online which connected all the ships together in a sort of force field. In less than 30 minutes, the entire planet went from not knowing an intelligent alien species existed to being entirely surrounded by one. The largest ships splintered into very small segments before descending toward the planet from the inside of the force field. Fireballs lit the sky. Sonic booms echoed across the expanse of the atmosphere all over the world, splitting the heavens in half. Its beat mimicked the drums of war. Men and women didn't know what was going on. It rained metal machines like a hailstorm. Once the fiery machines landed on the ground, all scorched and smoking from the heat of re-entry, the machines stood upright to take on the shape of man at twice their size. Huge and machine-like in every way, their bodies were equipped with the tools of destruction. Wasting no time with calls to speak to our leader or to hand over all our magnets, they began to destroy our world one home at a time, killing thousands of people in their wake in just minutes. Bodies fell from their mighty laser-type weapons as though struck by Zeus's lightning bolts. Handguns and rifles of every kind were dispatched, but they did not possess the power required to even dent the alien armor. No part of the mighty machines could be broken or destroyed. When the army finally assembled mightier arms to bear on their adversary, the machines fell back, but only for a short time. In each and every instance of a greater force being pressed by mankind, human military location coordinates were radioed up to the ships hovering in space. Moments later, the alien force would withdraw to protect themselves. The humans would cry out in victory, only to be lased by a fantastic-sized energy weapon based high above the atmosphere, laying waste to the land. Wherever the massive energy weapon touched down, nothing survived. All that remained was a crater deep enough to easily accommodate the Empire State Building in height, and large enough to span a half mile in distance.